All right, another one. We have another health talk coming super soon, as in a few minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get this one going. Let us see. I figured out how to do it now. Um, I need to do it through my phone, and then I can follow through my computer until I figure out some streaming software. Let's see. Let's, we'll get set up properly. We want to streamline this that way it's just a super quick boom boom boom, and we get to doing what we got to do basically. So got a lot of windows right now, so let me get this window right here, the other window right here. Wow, Chrome is getting really amazing with what it can do. That's pretty awesome. All right. Anyways, happy Friday, y'all. I appreciate you for your support. We're getting ready to have a health talk. The main goal for these talks, quick, no more than 20 minutes. And I wanted to directly improve your quality of life 10 times, 100 times. Any way we can give you some value, I plan on doing just that. So that's what we're going to do. And we are going to do it well. So let's get situated. Get ready to go live. Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to do this right this time. All right, so this will be the third one. And let us begin. We're going live on Facebook as well. Okay. Is my phone glitching? Let's see, what's it saying? Come on. Technical difficulties every time. Every time. Sometimes it acts smooth, sometimes it acts a little buggy. Try it again. Just close my app and go back into it. Okay. Come on. All right. We're going to try it again. Go in through the group. Oh, wow. I'm quitting coffee and I have the worst headache. What can naturally help? Well, first things first, I'm seeing a lot of people, and this is just some me getting sidetracked. I'm seeing a lot of people just cold turkey quit these things, and they have to understand that they put their body through this immediate shock that makes the body go through withdrawals, and it takes a strong person to go through that. Strong person. So I would definitely recommend you to add more things, and then once everything is leveled out in your body and you get used to this new life, then start deleting stuff out. Uh, because, yeah, those withdrawal symptoms are intense. Don't even take my word for it. You think I'm exaggerating? Just read about people's stories. All right. And of course, not working on my phone. Come on. The moment I want to be great. The moment. Maybe I need to update the Facebook app. I don't know. This stuff is hard to keep up with. I'd rather just do it from my computer, but I don't have the software. I need to get some good software to do that with. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go live just through my regular, and then I'm going to share it. Let's see. I'm just going to go live and do all that adding stuff later. That's what we're going to do because I don't want to spend the 20 minutes that I wanted to do this fiddling around on a screen. Okay. Spent 6 minutes trying to figure this out. Okay. We're just going to go live and then invite whoever comes, which is going to be the person that I'm speaking with today. Really cool guy. Perfect. And we're just going to go live. There we go. And we're here. There we go. It's working. Perfect. This is another health talk. This will be the third one. And again, the goal is just to improve your quality of life in any way we can, bring you some type of value. We're talking about food and health awareness. And we're rolling. We're live now. So I figured it out. We'll do it this way for the time being, but I'm going to have to figure out how to get this on my computer because through mobile is just frustrating. All right. Yes, so appreciate you for joining. Appreciate you for watching. We are going to give you quality that you can use in your life, bring you as much value as we can, talking about current events, things that you can use, recipes, things to help you, things to open your mind to, stuff like that in that nature. So we're going to do that. All right. Let's see. Adding in Leo. Haha, we made it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
How you doing, man?
Good, healthy. How you living?
Good. Hey, you said it. Healthy and well, man. Highly favored.
Yeah, definitely.
People,
like a plan.
You know.
Yeah, I see your screen looking blank. I don't see you no more.
You say you don't see me?
No, it's like your screen is black.
Oh man, dang, Flab. But I hope that's not on my end. How about now? Let's just wait for the connection. What'd you say?
I said, do you have another phone so you can check and see if you...
Yeah. I have my computer screen up right now. Let me see what it looks like in the live right now. Let's see. Okay, on my end, it's looking like, I can see my face.
Okay. Yeah, as long as I can see both of us, that's all that matters. I was just saying on my end.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I wouldn't too much worry about it. Like I said, I'm not trying to be too technical with this. I'm just trying to give our people, our community, just quality, just any type of way we can bring them value to help them improve their life. We got to do it. We got to.
For sure.
I wanted to just real quick, because you were talking about how you feel good and stuff like that. when you make this switch and you are eating to fuel your body and you're eating this high energy food, it's hard not to be up. It's hard. Like I'm always like this. I'm always energetic.
Sure.
And that's just what it is. And I want to know how you feel. Like, what does your day-to-day feel like with your energy and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, man, I'll be smooth, man. I'll be good all throughout the day.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to like sleeping, right? When you consume value, you get value out of life. And then you're sleeping, that's everything. So I get way better quality of sleep. And also, I don't sleep that much, which is interesting as well. Because typically people are like, man, I need to like rest and get energy, which that makes sense. But the better that you consume, the more energy that you have throughout the day without like crashing and all that. And it just speaks volumes onto people don't know what feeling good is until they start to consume good things. And they notice and exercise as well, because I'm downplaying.
Got to.
But people just live a whole different type of life the better they just start eating, drinking, and exercise.
Yeah, and so this is a curious question. I ask this everywhere I speak, just to every group, every person. I ask, why do you think people cheap out or try to like cut the corners when it comes to their body? You know, because we'll have all this high-end stuff, you know, the cars, the technology, the cell phone, the TV, the designer brand. But when it comes to your body and health, now suddenly things like apples are too expensive, or, you know, produce is too expensive. What's your take on that? I'm just curious. I had to ask you, man. This was fresh on my mind, man. I just got done speaking to some people.
Okay. I mean, you know, it changes from person to person, but normally what I noticed, though, is people want to feel good on the outside, and they don't really care about the inside because they don't understand. And then on top of that, it's miseducation and then it's uneducation. So people spend money wherever is a priority.
Yeah.
And if people knew what they consume would be putting them in a grave or keeping them out of one, like literally, they'll move different. But it goes back into the first conversation I was having with you, is there's no mandatory classes like K, 4th grade, even in colleges, like nutrition, anatomy, physiology, epigenetics, genetic, like there's no, you need to be consuming better to live a more fulfilled life. Like people really, they don't know. And even if they do know, it's like, okay, I'm going to try to make the change, but I like the way this tastes. And if anybody trying to change up their lifestyle, consistency is everything, because your taste buds change every 10 to 14 days. So if you're not consistent, a lot of times you're not even going to get a chance to feel the change. So it's a couple different ones, but I would usually just break it down to like miseducation and uneducation when it comes to their health.
That's it. That's a good perspective, which I agree with it too. I agree with it a lot. So say we play God's advocate and say our world gets that education, we get that access, right? What do you think happens to healthcare? Because the big discussion and the big argument is if, you know, that is given to people, then healthcare won't exist. Like people won't need it.
I wouldn't say they wouldn't need it, right? It would be dramatically used less, for sure, because it's like, you know, if I leave and, you know, God forbid I get in a car crash, I can't take some sea moss and drink some matcha. And,
you can't just instant with that.
You know, there's certain protocols where you actually need it, you know, but
you break an arm or something.
It definitely dramatically go down for sure. Like, but people, they got to be in that place, you know. Because even like go back into what you were saying like a couple seconds ago, is like people priorities. It has to be there. You know, once your health becomes a priority, it starts to make sense. Like people literally have enough money to smoke, drink, inject, snort, like,
all that.
You know, just they know they have
shoes,
the money to do that.
The
when
jewelry.
it comes to their health, it's like, bro, I'm lacking funds.
Yeah.
Like, you got the funds. Like, and I'm only saying this because I seen it. Like, with my own eyes. Like, my man's.
Yeah.
He was eating some oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying? The ramen noodles. Like, man, hey, feel you on it, eating healthy stuff, man. But people ain't got it like that. And I was like, all right. And I looked like literally like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is bullshit to buy this.
Yeah.
He like, yeah, you know. I
know you can. It's not us looking at it from a I'm better than you type of concept. It's I see that you have all these other things and you're showing what your priorities are and what your discipline is, because that's all that is. Because if you told me like all I had to do was eat a certain type of way and I had control over my health, I say, okay, what is it? This right here, this stuff. Okay, you know what? They said something about it in grade school. You know, they said a little something about it, but they didn't really tell me too much about it. You know what? Let me start exploring this on my own, because it's looking like it won't be like that anytime soon, where this information is just going to be like, hey, it's mandatory. You need to know this for your life. Like, simply put. And that's just what I scratch my head over. And that's why I appreciate y'all so much, man, because y'all are empowering people, and we are empowering people every time we share our food with them. Every time we share, like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, it's possible. You can do it too, because a lot of people are living in this space that's like, I can't do that. It's going to take too much time. That's another argument, is I don't have enough time, you know, which we'll look up that phone screen hours. How long you been on the phone? Like, it gets me every time, man. And so I know you're activated about it. So I love to pick people's brains on it and stuff like that. And I don't want to get too much on my rant, man. So tell me about your chili, man.
And you're a wild guy.
Look, I will get on a soapbox, man.
No, you know, hey, people make time for what's a priority to them.
Yeah.
Like it's 1,440 minutes in each day.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, so none of these minutes you can't spare to, you know, to improve yourself. But even when it comes to improving people's life in general, like, you jump it, or they gotta correct their society or whatever world that they live in. Like, hey, my mom and my daddy and my uncle and my auntie, and, you know, everybody been doing this. Like, it hasn't killed them yet. It hasn't harmed them yet.
We have to stop. We have to stop that.
It has to be like a longevity type of mindset, because it's like, that's when everything happens in time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if when somebody say, my grandmama and my grandpa ate like this for 70 years, right?
Yeah.
You have 70, you got like 50 years to see if this experiment gonna come true with you. And a lot of times, not necessarily you, but the person that's speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, people not even gonna make it to the elderly age because there's so much going on.
Yeah,
and going back to your question,
I'd rather not get them there.
You're talking. So for the chili, it really just depends. I rock with the 13 beans. I normally put that in like my chili, because like the more wide variety a person consumes of different plants, the healthier they be, and the more narrow it is, the more unhealthy they gonna be. So I do like 13 beans, then I do the chili powder, and also I roast like my peppers. I put them over an open flame. And just being based in Arizona, like a lot of times they be cooking their food outside, and I'm like, dang, that pepper smell good, but it was a different type of pepper. And I like pepper type of smell. I'm like, that smell fire. So I just be at the crib roasting my own jalapenos, bell peppers, like the other peppers, and chop those up. I put them up in there, and I put the tomatoes, the cumin. I do like a little bit of sea salt, black pepper, oregano, basil, a little turmeric, and then I use sweet potatoes in there.
And that's a good combo. That's a really good combo.
For sure. And then carrots as well. Because it's what people fail to realize is like every single day it's so much going on. Like if a person is living, they don't have any choice but to eat healthier. It's too much. Like we got Wi-Fi floating around.
Yeah, it's so much stuff. Come on, talk about it.
Yeah, it's emissions. Like if you outside and a car ride past you, you need to go in the house and take something for your lungs.
Yeah, well, and so this is the thing. It's been there from the beginning. The Most High has put all this stuff out here to help us, man. We got plants that'll, they'll wilt if the air quality is bad. Like let's see, aloe vera, that'll wilt. If you got it in your house, that'll wilt and tell you that your air quality is bad. You have things like snake plants, that's purifying the air. Like this, it's all been here, man, by design, man. It's just weird, man. It's really weird. And so, I'm done because I realize I don't want to make people feel bad about themselves. But how can we help? How can we help? What are some things that you know to be helpful? Because I know I'll get on my soapbox. I'm just like, why are we doing this? But what are some helpful things, man?
Humans normally learn from pain more than pleasure. That's normally how, just in a typical sense, you know what I'm saying? Don't put your hand on that stove, you're going to get burnt. Yeah. Most people have to get their hand burnt.
Yeah.
So what happens is this happens all throughout life in general. So the main thing is just to make things easier for people. And what I found is testing things out, right? And going on a schedule. So it's just like elementary school, middle school, junior high school, high school, right? It was broken down into different segments. So in high school, I had 6 to 7 classes. So there's 6 to 7 different subjects that I was going to complete in that one day, right? So a person, if they set themselves up like this, every day throughout the week, they'll be okay. So whenever their off day is, because to keep yourself on track, consistency is key, right? So whenever your off day happens, you should be trying to do some meal prepping, because if you're not consuming something, you're going to have deficiencies. And even if you are consuming something and it's not of nutritional excellence of quality, you're going to have deficiencies. Like people,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Stress. If you deal with somebody and they're stressing you out, they're literally killing you. Most people don't even eat and drink nutritionally dense enough to be stressing out. So when you're stressing yourself out, your magnesium is going down. 50 to 60% of people already don't get this in. Your zinc is going down. Your copper, your vitamin B complex is going down. Your vitamin C. It's so many different things. If you just start to look at it dang.
Man, I'm so excited you bringing this up, man. I'm so excited.
If you look at it just like that, dang, I can't be going through that. So the off days, do some meal prepping. If you say I don't have enough time on my off day, that's cool as well. Start to pick things that have a high nutritional quality and lower calories, because a lot of times in America, typically, people consume a lot of calories and low nutrients. And what actually happens is it forces you to be hungry again. You're like, dang, I just ate. Man, I'm hungry again. But you're not going to get the same thing if you consume some plants. So, and in my mind, a calorie is a calorie, just not in reality. It's not the same thing. And a point. So you would take a 20 ounce, this is an example, I'm going to get back on track.
Okay.
I like to give examples. So you would take a 20 ounce Coke, and you got 56 grams of sugar or something like that. Right?
That's
grams of sugar.
That's double somebody's. That's double somebody's recommendation for the day right there in the drink.
Yeah, for sure. Which is
dang near triple somebody's sugar for the day.
And the person the carrots, they got sugar in them too. But then when you break it down, it's 3+ pounds of carrots that get the same amount of sugar in one 20 ounce soda. And how many people is sitting and eating 3 pounds of carrots?
You're not.
It's not gonna happen. but definitely just start to encourage just getting whatever a person's favorite vegetation is. Mm-hmm. If they want to become more plant-based or just get more plants in general, start to put more toppings on. You like tacos, you damn near need more tacos than you need meat. Same thing with the burritos. Like mm-hmm. back in the day, I used to make meatloaf. And a lot of people, they don't like meatloaf. But when I used to make it, it was more vegetables in there than meat. They like, Leo, it's supposed to be a meatloaf, not a veg loaf.
And it's like, who told you that? Who told you that?
Like, I was in college, coming back, they said, look, my own wife and mama don't make the meatloaf for me. But you, I'm going to pay you to make this meatloaf. What is you doing different? And then they saying it, and I'm like, all I'm doing is just adding extra onions in there, bell peppers, some apples, some celery, some carrots. Like, I'm loading it up. And people feel up faster once you put the plants up in there. Mm-hmm. But definitely get whatever a person's favorite fruits is, vegetables, and just start to incorporate that in more, like no matter what it is. And then what happens is whenever you start to import more, your body going to naturally export the bad because you can, he eating more nutritionally dense.
Mm-hmm. So we got to get rid of this waste.
Go 14 days. Sometimes it might take a month depending on how your system is. So we're going to say go 4 weeks eating as clean as possible. Then start to eat and drink crazy. What's going to happen is your body is going to start to reject it because you're not moving the same as you was before. Mm-hmm. But scheduling. I know.
Yeah, no, 100%. Man, you brought us some good stuff, man. Some real good stuff because people would say, I don't have time for it. And to second what you said, batch cooking. You could really do a good batch cooking. Now, will you eat it? Probably not. Me, I'll eat it, because I cook for about 2 to 3 days, because if something's sitting in the refrigerator, 5+ days, I mean, you playing an evil game there, But definitely batch cooking and just writing it down. We plan everything else. Like that could be something that could be fun. Like, what am I gonna eat for next week? You could think about that. You could turn it into a game. Like, okay, I know I got a taste for. We'll say tacos since I'm a taco guy. I have tacos. I know I got a taste for tacos, but I don't have time. So sometime next week, I'm going to prep all my ingredients day by day. So I know that on Thursday I can have tacos. It's little steps like that, like you said, that make a big difference, man, because when you put them all together and you're getting more plant matter, there's endless results to what could happen. Especially for the gut, man, because when you're feeding it that plant matter and you're getting those minerals, because the ones that you were talking about, they are getting passed through the body quickly. It's the only ones that's fat soluble that's staying around for a while. So you're getting your minerals that are getting flushed out by the body every time you go to the bathroom or every other time you go to the bathroom. So you have to make sure that you replenish, and you don't want to. Sorry, I'm getting long-winded, but you don't want to rely on the animal, to provide you with that, because a lot of people will tell you that, make sure you eat your meat and all that good stuff, but you don't quite know how that animal was raised. You have no idea how they were raised, what they ate, because it's an ecosystem, right? So you need the probiotics and the prebiotics for your gut, for your stomach, and that's what's tearing people to shreds. So I would say I definitely love that point that you brought up. Scheduling, just getting true to yourself, taking some time, and I mean it's something super simple. Like everybody has their phone in their hand. They can really open up their notepad and just Monday through Wednesday. If 3 days is all they can plan for, those are 3 healthier days on your schedule. But that's good. That's golden, man. Just planning. Just planning it. And just like we do or try to do with our life, we save for emergencies. There's nothing wrong with making sure you have something frozen just in case you don't feel like doing anything. That meal so say you made some soup or some chili, right? Because I mean that's another good batch meal, right? Put it in the freezer. And then when you have a day where you don't feel like cooking or you feel like you're getting ready to go to your fast food place of guilt, just skip it, come on home, warm it up, or have you a solution ready. But you have to plan for these things. I think a lot of it is people have not planned, which you brought up a real good point, man. You gotta be ready for your stomach, man. You gotta feed it. You have to nourish your body. And a lot of people have become prisoner to their stomach. It's not a good look. I know.
Yeah, it's delicious suicide.
Yeah, it's not a good look, man. You become a prisoner to your own stomach, and it's like you said it, man. That there's an argument where people are like, well, who's gonna eat 3 pounds of vegetables? It just doesn't get me full, and that's the beauty, because these products that people are eating are making them eat when they're not hungry. Like, what sense does that make? And this is not me trying to belittle anybody, but why would you eat something if you're not hungry?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, people don't have any. They don't know. Hey, hold on 1 second.
But so just to clarify that last sentence that I said about eating something when you're not hungry, I'm not talking about you're in a bind and you need to eat and replenish yourself for, say you have work or you have school and you need to get some energy in and you're not going to be able to eat for a certain amount of time. I'm talking about, boredom. Are you going to eat something because you're bored or you're not doing anything? That's what I'm talking about, because oftentimes we're finding ourselves do that. It's like people are, I can't say blind because they see it happening, but a prime example is popcorn in a movie, right? That's something that's super low calorie, and people are going to just keep eating as they watch the movie or watch TV, not knowing that these calories are, we kind of alluded to it earlier. They're not all calories are the same. And so you're eating this food that's not doing anything for you nutritionally. And well, I mean, it is doing something for you nutritionally. It's adding on a bunch of waste, a bunch of liability in your body. But I'm trying, man. I get really passionate about this, man, and I just it's so.
I want to show you a couple of items that I made up.
Yeah. Let me see.
Just throughout the week. Well, like this is, I don't know if it's gonna come on camera decent, but this right here, this is just like some sauteed onions, bell peppers, and mushrooms. There's some tomatoes in here as well. So
tasty.
Let's just say I'm about to make like some burritos. I'm about to make a pizza, a burger or something like that. I can add that on top of there.
Oh yeah, that's good.
There's some spinach. Really, this is actually killed. This is like my multi-green. So it's cabbage up in here.
There you go.
And then it's spinach. Normally I have like dandelion greens up in here, kale. There's some carrots, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, orange bell peppers, onions, tomatoes. So then it's that one.
Good stuff you got there, man.
You're a wild guy.
That's some good stuff.
And then these some carrots. So for the beta carotene.
Yeah.
So I just literally just chop these up, put these in a pot, season them up, cook them with some water, and then that's one. Go. And that's the other one. Normally I have like lentils. I ain't get a chance to make the lentils yet. And then these just some roasted Yukon potatoes. If people haven't tasted the Yukon potatoes, the yellow ones, that's where it's at. My favorite ones is the purple ones. Those like the
See, I was just about to ask you, what's your favorite? I would say my favorite is the purple, the actual purple skin sweet potato.
Yeah, so just add those onions in there.
Yeah.
So the main thing is the more colors that we, especially like for colored people. That's like a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like we need to be consuming more colors. Like that's where the help is at. Especially when it comes to green, because like even if you see it like leaves on the tree, you just see how they change. They start off green,
right?
And they might turn like red and orange, and then at the end up turning brown. So the colors is really where the health is at. But usually people, they want stuff dead and deep fried like Popeye. So it's either tan,
it has no nutrients.
You know what I'm saying?
No
like
nutrients.
Like maybe some red with some Kool-Aid or something like that, or some ketchup with a whole bunch of sugar in it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I just brought that up is like things like this. Each one of these items took me like less than 30 minutes to do. Right? So then if I'm making meals throughout the week, I can just add this up in there, add this up in there, add this up in there, and then next week change the items up. Yeah. And then we can get to a better place. And also, too, what you was mentioning earlier when you were saying the meats have this many different type of nutrients in here. Usually, like I've noticed, human beings only consume the muscle meats. And the muscle meats, they don't have as many nutrients as the organ meats.
Right.
So people be saying, yeah, I'm eating meat. Like, you're not even consuming the right ones.
Yeah, dude, you just brought up a really good point, man. Yeah. Really, man.
Yeah, so it's like we don't be knowing, to be honest. And like that's why it's going back into the healthcare point, it's like people, if they become ill, and we talked about this last show, they should go through the dietitians and nutritionists first. That should be the first point of entry. And maybe a personal trainer. So talking to a dietitian, nutritionist, like, what is your lifestyle of eating? It's like, all right, then go to the personal trainer. How active are you? Right? Now, if they eating super nutritional and they exercise and then they have problems, then they should, hey,
right, man. And then it's beyond us, because this right here, and this is what a lot of people are seeing, they're eating what they feel is the healthiest on point, and doctors can't tell them what's wrong, professionals can't tell them what's wrong. That's stuff like that they're not seeing. Maybe you got a parasite or a bug, or maybe you contracted something being abroad, that is not seen here in the States. Like, that's when you should be able to utilize that stuff, because I mean, you can't just snap your fingers and it just changed instantly. This is something for prevention. It's preventative, man. It stacks up.
Yeah, 100%. Are you familiar with myfooddata.com?
Yeah, I'm glad you spoke. I'm glad you said something about it, man. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, for sure. So the reason why I mentioned that is people don't understand that I found typically is how easy it is to be deficient in items, right?
Very.
And not just one day, like throughout each day, but if somebody just entered everything that they ate in a day, right? And then plus there's nuances to this as well, but we're just gonna say like just getting a daily recommended allowance of different nutrients. What people gonna find out is 70 to 90, they're almost probably 95. People are actively walking around with deficiencies or low amounts of essential mineral elements and vitamins in.
Yeah.
And so even when we talk about like being healthier, because like I'm a fan of being a nutritarian, salute to Joel Farmer for like coining that term, but just sticking to as many nutrients as you can as possible. Like a lot of people be like, man, I can't see at night, but they never think, let me get my vitamin A levels checked. Or let me make sure I'm getting enough lutein, zeaxanthin.
A lot of people they got low iron. A lot of people have low iron levels, right? And we don't think like that. We think, oh, you know what? I need to go to the doctor. I need to get on some meds. I need to get this fixed ASAP because it's going to ruin my life. Or, I got to do this, so we have to do this quickly. And what you're talking about, it's a functional approach. It's a root cause approach where you're going to the root cause. Okay, well, first you have to figure that out, and that it takes some time, right? So you figure out the root cause, okay, and then from there, that's when you make your changes. You make your the things that are going to be way better for you, right? Because it's like a car, man. It's like a car. If you have something really wrong with the car, and you just come in and you know, the little fluid that they run through it that'll clear the lights. And I guess this is the old school way, but there was some fluid they would put in the car, and it would look like it was just brand new, no light on the dash, right? And it would stay that way for a while, and it would trick all the sensors into thinking that everything was fine. That's what people are doing with their health, man. Because as soon as that fluid dies off in the system, they get burnt up, or as soon as your computers in your car realize that, hey, you set the code on the maintenance, you reset the maintenance code, and you didn't get your maintenance for this month. The light's gonna come back on. It's gonna haunt you, man.
100%.
We got to give people. I want to empower people so much, man. I just get so passionate, and I hope that they can use this action step: planning, batch cooking. And you said it, no more than an hour. It's just about being intentional, right? And planning, knowing what you want first, right? And that exploration.
Like dating.
Yeah. I mean, you're really trying to figure out what you want. I mean, it's like a lot of things in our life, man. It's like clothes, How did you figure out your style? You didn't just, have somebody, give you clothes and you wear them. I mean, of course, people were dressed at first, but, you grow into your style. You figure out what shirt fits with this combination and which shoes, because, I mean, the world will tell you, if you have a true circle, they'll tell you, hey, you're probably not fit to wear this, or hey, you probably shouldn't do that combination. It's the same thing with health. You probably shouldn't mix certain things with certain things, and you should probably be well informed for the things that you're eating. You should look on the back of the nutrition label and figure, okay, you had to break down and have this snack, but can you understand what's on the back of the ingredient list?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does the expiration date, is it soon? Okay, if it's soon, then okay, you can go ahead and take your chance. But if it's like 3 years from now, imagine the work that your body has to do to break that down. So yeah, good stuff.
That was definitely powerful.
Good stuff,
in
man.
time people would get into them. Like JFK, he actually is on a good mission. I think I seen you posted when he was talking about like the new doctors need to take like mandatory classes,
mandatory nutrition classes. I really don't too much get into like politics like that, but I really appreciate you saying that, man, because it's always a good mission. It always feels like there's good intention behind it. Unfortunately for him, he just has his delivery is something that's in question right now. But the man, I mean, you said it's good intention. It's good intention, and you.
It's already. I'm a message guy.
Yeah.
Right. I always tell people lock in on the message.
Yeah.
Not even the messenger.
Yeah.
Typically, people be like, I don't like how he delivered that. And it's really, in all honesty, is you don't want to hear and you don't want to change.
Yeah.
And
it's hard for most.
Give an example of Jesus, right? The most known person in the world, right? People like they love Jesus, right? But if he was here, most people wouldn't respect him.
100%.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because if he's talking about dietary law,
right?
What says this? You should try to treat people righteous. You should live like this. And most human beings don't like to be directed towards anything that makes them uncomfortable.
Right.
Right.
They get violent. They get upset.
I agree.
Yeah, they get violent. They get upset. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm. So the reason I'm just saying all that is we have to start to pay attention to what's going on in the message. Mm-hmm. And also, too, everything starts with the person in the mirror. If each person was like, you know what, I want to make today my best day. Mentally, emotionally, physically, socially, spiritually, nutritionally, all the leads, the world would be in a way better place. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen over a whole bunch of nights. So once people get in tune with that, we'd be in a better place. And I was mentioning about the doctors. The doctors are seen as the vanguards of health.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people mention, like, oh yeah, people should go to the dietitians and nutritionists. They're not seen as the vanguards. It's the people with the white coats on that got MDs. MD right here. Like, so they know everything about health. Yeah. So even though it's kind of counterproductive if they talk about like true nutrition and exercise and stress management, and that's kind of goes against the healthcare system. If they were like the people that was like, look, we need to pay attention to nutrition. We need to pay attention to exercise and stress management. More people become healthier.
100%, because that's how we have seen it in our world. And it's like, who would have known that food was at the center of it all? Yes, it's at the center of it all. And when you look at it like that, it's like, we almost have to be humbled too, man. We have to realize that your healthcare provider, your doctor may not be their specialty in what they are advising you on. We actually have to realize, like, hey, everybody is learning. Everybody is learning as we go. And we have to be really honest with ourselves. And, you know, if we don't know something, let's explore it. You know, a lot of people have a hard time saying that they don't know, you know, and this is health professional staff. We have to start saying, hey, you know what, let's explore this. Let's see what happens if, you know, let's look into this because we're curious about this. And there has to be less corruption, because, you know, like the way that I feel is like, I'm screaming to the hills right now, man. I've seen a poisonous snake in the tall grass and I didn't get bit by it. And I'm telling people, hey, it's there. Like, I am screaming for the hills. Like, it's not easy, but it comes easy when you are rooted in community and everybody around you is doing it, and there's no pushback on what you're doing. Like, there's no confusion. Like, hey, this is what I should be doing. So it's gonna take a lot of us, man. But that's a battle that I am definitely willing to stand on, man. And, you know, join hand in hand. You know, I have a lot of friends and colleagues, you know, that are doctors. And there's not just one type of doctor. You know, there's MD, there's DO, there's naturopathic doctors. But, you know, there's also people that deal with herbs. You know, there are people in villages and stuff like that, you know, they could tell you, hey, you just fell down and cut yourself. Come here, I got something for you. Boom, just like that. Like, there are elders all around the world. And it's like, we're going to take it back to the blue zones. You look in the blue zones. These people are living to be 100+ years old. There's no excuses. There's nothing that you can say, right? These people are living at 100 and they're not in a rocking chair. They playing guitars and weaving baskets and taking these trips. They're doing something right? I think we have gotten too advanced for our own good here in the States. So we got to take a step back and really start thinking about stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, going back into that other point that you was mentioning earlier about, like, how can we help people? People have to stop doing stuff based off convenience. Convenience is taking convenience does more harm than good in the long run, right? Because if you could have everything brought to you, why would you do anything?
Correct.
Right? Like, even during the pandemic, like, I was driving Uber at the time. I picked this woman up. She was like, you know, this is my first time coming out of the house in almost a year.
That's scary.
And she was like, I get Amazon, Walmart bring everything to me. I literally don't have to leave my house because I didn't want to get sick. And even on like a bigger scale, like, I was at Walmart and I was looking at this 32-inch TV, right? The 32-inch was a smart TV and it was for $88. And I was like, dang, I remember back in the day, a 32-inch was kind of big. If you had the 55 with the big Lincoln Town Car truck back. It take like 5 guys to get in the house. Like, you know, he was rich. And people watch TV super long, like hours on end, whatever their series is, right?
Yeah.
And then, but they don't realize the longer you sit down, the less circulation that you have. Like your insulin resistance goes down, blood flow, like your inflammation goes up, insulin resistance goes, like just based off simple convenience type of thing. You have to go outside as well. Like that's like a huge thing. And then I realized that being in Arizona where like the sun be shining like 120 days, 130 days out the year, and coming back to like Indiana on a business venture, people don't really be outside. Like even in the winter in Arizona, it's like you see people outside, but it's the 5th largest city in the United States. It is not millions of people outside. Like it might be like 500,000 people outside based off of convenience. Because typically what happens, and this might be my endpoint, is people normally is in school or they at work, and when they get off home from both, most people gonna leave that building and go into another building, which is their house, and then they start that over again until like the weekend, and then the weekend people really be convenience again, playing a game, watching TV or something. But yeah, that was it.
Yeah. You know what? We didn't got carried away, man. But no, let's continue this conversation for sure, man. Again, you brought up some very good points, man, and just the deficiency that people are experiencing from not getting the sun, or that's a whole nother conversation, man. Oh my goodness, man. And sitting down.
MyFoodData.com, like people type in foods in,
let people know.
Look the food, or drink, go to add to recipes. You can see all the nutrients that you're getting in a day. It's not going to be 100% accurate because, you know, different crops. And
there's all types of stuff. But I'm glad that
you... not 100% all the time, but yeah, you have a good picture on where you at.
Very good. Very good. All right, man. Hey, let's keep it going.
For sure. Lovely talking to you, bro. I appreciate you.
Pleasure. Hey, you enjoy, man, and we're going to keep giving people this game.
For sure. Hopefully they want to play it.
Hopefully. All right, man. Happy Friday. You have a good one.
Cool, man. Take care. Much love.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. This concludes our health talk, and it's a good one. And again, we got even more things to talk about. So I appreciate you. I want to challenge you. If you found something valuable, start implementing it in your life. Don't wait. Go for it right now. You're only getting older. So that's our somewhat quick health talk for today. We'll see you for the next one.